August the 9th, 5:52 to Tech and Talk of the Day. The Mighty DS2 with the HF2 color version 3.10. Now this is, we'll call it a freshly buried scenario, but now the plug is intact. I'll show you what's down there. It's a gold ring and a nail, okay? It's right at 3 inches deep. I want you to watch what happens here. All right. We're going to go first to fast program. We're -1 silencer with a 15 disc. Speed 2.5. This is the hard way. Let me change. I'll just go to speed 2. So you see the meter there. Now this is not a sanitary area, so to speak, okay? Meaning you get away from this plug. Okay, here's the easy way. Big old strong signal. That's just about the true ID air test on that gold ring right there. The easy way. This is the hard way again. And I will ground balance this thing. So it's ground balanced. You see the meter there and you hear that machine. The hard way. Alright, now watch what happens here. Mono program 63.2 kilohertz. An 8 disc. Silencer 1, alternative sensitivity up. Reactivity 2, audio response I'll turn to 5. And I believe I have pitch. There's pitch 2. Here's the easy way. Disclaimer here, the machine is not ground balanced. Listen. You hear that. That's the easy way. Here's the hard way. Hear how that's behaving? Now this ground, according to an F75 in this area, I have checked it. No more than 2 bars. A lot of times 1 bar, especially down close to this creek. That's a 3-inch roughly deep gold ring and a nail. Okay, I'm going to sweep again. The machine is not ground balanced. Okay, so watch this. I'm going to ground balance the machine. About 76. Now listen. You hear that. See that meter. Alright, so I'm going to go up here and run the ground balance manually to default. Okay. Sweep again. You hear that. Quite a bit of difference, huh? You might think that's a false in the wild, huh? Now I'm going to go in here and manually dial it down to about 76. It's about where it ground balances here. What do we get now? You hear that. Okay, so here is the easy way ground balanced. Here's the hard way ground balance. Here's the easy way not ground balance. Here's the hard way not ground balance. You notice we never get any two-way signal in there. You notice that. Back it back off to about 76, which is where it's balancing. Watch. How about that? So this ground's not hot, but the phase in the window, we'll call it, is showing about 76 here when you do the ground balance. All right? And the target's not that deep. You see what we got there? You see that gold ring, and you see that nail right there. You see that. Alright? So when I ground balance versus not ground balance, a different results. Quite a bit different actually, okay? So I'm sweeping over the same thing. I'm just changing the ground balance. Speed stays the same, frequency stays the same. Okay? That's going to conclude the detecting talk of the day.